Conservative Objectives for Our Schools. This is Ralph K. Ginorio's Keep Right column from the Coeur d'Alene Press, January 7th, 2022. Several conservative reformers are beginning their terms on local school boards. Like me, many parents and citizens hope that you who won will help save our schools. You have earned the opportunity to lead. Since John Dewey over a century ago, American education has been dominated by self-avowed progressives and leftists, communitarians and utopian materialists. Their policies have increasingly shaped the young. The very terms that define modern education are so rooted in leftist assumptions that you must consciously resist being beguiled, avoid jargon, suspect prevailing wisdom, and aggressively retain your grasp on the common sense you acquired in the world beyond academia. Education in the USA has one overriding purpose: to transmit the knowledge, skills, and values of our American variant of Western civilization to students. Left-leaning idealists have intentionally taken schools off this mission. Our students are not citizens of the world. They are Americans. Public schools were established in the late 1800s so that the children of immigrants would become American in thought, word, and deed. This melting pot worked. Bring our schools back to acculturating future citizens capable of perpetuating our federal constitutional republic. Avoid equity, inclusiveness, and diversity like the poisonous distractions that they really are. When a left-leaning idealist employs these terms, what they really mean is that they intend to engage in social engineering. Their ideology damns America's past and present for not living up to their ideals. They wish to trim our culture like a topiary. Do not let them. These words sound reasonable, but leftists from before Robespierre and Marx utilize language as a weapon. In their hands, words are not used to objectively describe reality. They are used to reformat our sense of reality. Remember what confusion they have sown by their advocacy of a fluid concept of gender to replace the biological reality of sex. Avoid grant money as if it were a narcotic, an addictive narcotic. Whether originating in the federal government, state government, corporations, colleges, or philanthropists like the Gates Foundation, all grants have one purpose: to turn schools into laboratories to test their pet ideas. Do not let their money warp our schools. Avoid the conventional wisdom of educational experts. Teacher training has been so rooted in left-leaning assumptions that most educators assume that the pedagogy they were taught has objective validity. It does not. For example, common assessments, which were advocated in the name of equity, have stripped classroom teachers of control over how they teach and test in their courses. Instead, this policy empowers bureaucrats and committees. The inspired insight of individuals has given way to the lowest common denominator of groupthink. Teachers, supervised by principals and school boards, need to be given back this responsibility. Avoid draconian policy solutions. The vast majority of in-class and in-school problems are rooted in human interactions. They are best solved as close to the classroom level as possible. Fire the central office experts who intrude on the relationship between students, teachers, parents, and principals. Unless the vast majority of a school district's budget is devoted to teachers and schools, money is being wasted. Why on earth does Coeur d'Alene School District 271 need a communications director anyway? Remember that the teachers' union leadership does not speak for all teachers. Reach out to classroom teachers directly. The best teachers cannot help but take things personally. Empathy is the key to their effectiveness. But often, a policy proposal will be defended on the basis of how hard the participants worked on it, or on how earnestly the advocates believe in it. This is emotional, not reasonable. Inspire, earn trust, ignore personal attacks, and be patient. Listen, learn, and be worthy leaders.